Johnson County Library is now fine-free. Find out more at jocolibrary.org/fine-free.
The e-resource of this episode is National Geographic Kids. National Geographic Kids is great for kids interested in science, space, animals, history, geography, and fun. You will find full articles from the National Geographic Kids magazine from 2009 to present, except for the most 3 recent months. 600 National Geographic Kids books, over 900 downloadable images, and more than 200 videos.
It's funny, and it's like really happy to read it. But when you're feeling sad, I like to read it.
Yeah.
Or like when you're just not like feeling well, I would like to read it to like make you laugh.
Joco Library Uncovered.
Hey Dave, guess what?
What's that?
I was reading about the history of libraries in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, as everybody does around here.
Well, it makes sense. You are a librarian. So.
Right. Yep, so I made a short quiz if you're up for taking it.
What if I said no? Okay, I'll play along. Go ahead.
It'd be a weird intro. So my first question is, what year was the Library Company of Philadelphia founded?
Well, I happen to know this one, and it was in 1982.
Close, a little bit further back. So that is Ben Franklin's company, and it was founded in 1731.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know the name of the company, but wasn't it about the junto or something like that?
So that one, the Library Company of Philadelphia was actually one of the first subscription libraries in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
What was an apprentice library?
My guess would be that back when there were apprentices for all the different professions, that would be a place that you could check out instructional materials to learn a trade, but maybe they weren't maybe they checked out tools.
I think you're thinking right along the right lines there. So they were libraries open to apprentices into the trades. And generally, it wasn't just necessarily trade material, but that was a big incentive for people to join trade unions, was to get access to reading material that they would share amongst the union.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah. And actually in 1823, one of the first youth apprentice libraries opened, and that was in Brooklyn, and it was open to boys aged 12 and over who were in an apprenticeship.
And this is all just to set you up to recommend Johnny Tremaine. Well, it was a good episode. No.
I've got one more question here. Maybe
right.
You can get a theme from this one. What year saw the design of the first dedicated children's room in a library?
Boy, I don't feel like people cared about children until the 1970s.
That's actually not too far off.
I mean, I watched Mad Men, and that was kind of my impression.
Yeah. So this one actually was a little bit earlier. It was 1897 at the Pratt Institute, again in Brooklyn.
Fascinating.
And that was the first ever dedicated library children's room. And I brought these questions mainly because I thought it was interesting to see libraries weren't always for the general public.
Okay.
And library patrons, kids were not usually thought of as library patrons until even up into the 20th century.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think for me and probably a fair amount of our listeners, that has swapped like on its head. Kids are what I think about when I think about a library. I think about children's areas, story times, all of those activities that we offer for kids. So I bring all of that up because with summer reading fast approaching.
Summer reading is fast approaching. In fact, the theme this year is All Together Now, and it begins June 1st and goes through July 29th.
So we decided we would dedicate this episode to library kids talking about library books. And so we reached out to our staff members and volunteers who have children. We staked out our children's areas in the libraries, and we even crashed a couple of story times, and we found some kids who are willing to share their favorite parts of the collection.
Yeah.
So I think you'll be delighted to hear what they have to say, but first, here's the news.
Library News.
And what's your name?
Scarlett.
And what book do you like?
Arnie the Donut.
And what do you like about Arnie the Donut?
It's funny and it's like really happy to read it. But when you're feeling sad, I like to read it.
Yeah?
Or like when you're just not like feeling well, I would like to read it to like make you laugh.
Is the main character a donut?
Yes.
He doesn't get eaten, does he?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
What is your name?
Xavier,
Xavier. And how old are you?
7.
7. And do you have a book recommendation?
The Bear Snores On.
The Bear Snores On. Okay. And what do you like about The Bear Snores On?
That a bunch of friends come into his cave.
Okay. That's always nice. Do you have a lot of friends that you hang out with?
Like them over here.
All your friends everywhere. Okay. Well, thank you for the recommendation.
Welcome.
And what's your name?
Quinn.
Quinn. And what book do you like?
I like Spy School Project X.
Spy School Project X. And what do you like about Spy School Project X?
Well, the main character is kind of smart, and there's always like a thrill in it, and there's kind of romance too, so you can kind of laugh at the mistakes that the main character makes.
Neat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Spy School Project X. Thank you.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Haley.
Haley. And how old are you, Haley?
I am 12.
12 years old. And what is your book recommendation?
My book recommendation is The War That Saved My Life.
The War That Saved My Life. Okay. And what do you like about that one?
I like how the girl fights and makes a difference in her life.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you for your recommendation.
Thank you.
And what's your name?
Kate.
Kate. Okay. And what's your favorite book?
Geronimo Stilton.
Okay. And why do you like that one?
Because they had colorful characters and such a good journey around, and they have like words that said big, and the word is so big
Yeah.
in the books, and I just really like it because you get to go on adventures, and I wish they make more books, but they don't. Kind of mad.
If it sounds like you got really excited about it. It was a fun book. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
What's your name?
Liv.
Liv?
Well, my full name is Olivia Rose. They go by Liv Hidden.
Okay, Liv. Liv it is. And how old are you, Liv?
I am 6 years old.
6 years old. And do you have a book recommendation for us? Or
Fancy Nancy.
Fancy Nancy. Okay. And what do you like about Fancy Nancy?
I like how there's she'll talk and different. I like how there's different languages and
Different languages? Yeah.
Auntie's fancy.
And she's fancy. It's right there in the title. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what's your name?
Zoe.
Okay, Zoe. So what's your favorite book?
Are you there, God? It's me and Margaret.
Right. Yeah. And that's Judy Blume.
Yes.
Are you there, God? It's me, Martin. And what do you like about that book?
I like how it kind of teaches you like about puberty, and Nancy in the book is really nice, and I just like that.
Yeah. Are you going to read some other Judy Blume books now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think we talked a minute ago, and there's a movie coming out. Are you excited about that? Okay. Well, thank you.
So first, what is your name?
Eliana.
Eliana. And how old are you?
10 and 6 months. In 5 months, I'll be 11.
Okay. Almost 11. Big birthday coming up. So, Eliana, what is your favorite book that you would like to recommend?
I really like a book called The Babysitters Club because I really kind of want to be a babysitter when I'm like a teenager.
Okay.
And I love reading the stories, and there's like a TV show on Netflix I also like seeing.
Very cool. And is that a series? I think that was a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
Okay.
There's I think about 13 or 14 of them.
Okay. Well, thank you for the recommendation.
So what's your name?
Llewellyn.
And what book do you like to read?
I started the series, and it's called Wish Fairy, and it's by Lisa Ann Scott.
Wish Fairy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, neat. And what do you like about it?
I like that there's a little girl, and she saved a fairy's life, so she couldn't go back to her house without granting her 7 wishes.
Oh, wow. That sounds exciting. Did she make good wishes?
Not really.
No. Oh, no. Well, thank you for sharing that.
So what is your name?
Ella.
Ella. And how old are you?
9.
9 years old. Okay. And Ella, what is your favorite book?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. That's a good one. What do you like about Harry Potter?
Well, it has a lot of actions and intense fights, and I kind of like that stuff.
Okay.
And it's like you always have a mystery in each chapter.
That's true. There are a lot of mysteries to solve through that one. Are you on the first one or
4th.
4th book? Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Milo.
How old are you?
11.
And what are you reading?
Right now I'm reading a series called The Unwanteds.
And is that the book you want to suggest today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what do you like about it?
I like how it's an example of like a dystopian society where nothing you think is actually real.
Oh, yeah. So you said, is this part of a series?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you read other books in the series?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like them all?
Yep.
All right. Once again, what was that title?
The Unwanteds.
The Unwanteds. Okay. Thank you very much.
So what is your name?
Sam.
Sam. Okay. And how old are you, Sam?
6.
6 years old. And what book would you recommend from the library?
What should Danny do?
Well,
Say it again. What should Danny do?
what should Danny do? What do you like about that book?
Because I like the name Danny.
You like the name Danny. That's a great reason to like a book.
And what's your name?
Iris.
How old are you?
I am 7 years old.
And what do you like to read?
I like to read whatever after books.
Whatever after?
Yeah.
So is that like a series of books?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite one of those?
I think that it would be the Belle one.
Okay. The Belle one.
Because it's kind of like Disney princesses where she falls into a magic mirror and then she lands in a storytime world.
Oh, wow.
To
That does sound
help
exciting.
save all of the princesses from what the bad things do.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. What do you like about it?
That it always has, like, instead of having the actual ending of the story, it makes up a new end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Wow.
they change the story by coming into the story.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that.
What is your name?
My name is Eli.
Eli. And how old are you?
I'm 11.
11 years old. Okay. And Eli, do you have a book recommendation for us?
I really like the Hazardous Tales.
The Hazardous Tale? Okay. It's a series?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you like about those books?
I like them because they're they have historical information and they're in a graphic novel thing, so they're very interesting.
Very cool.
And they sometimes have funny jokes and stuff in them. So.
Okay. A little bit of humor.
Yeah.
Always a good thing. All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. And what's your name?
My name is Brenna.
And what's your favorite book?
My favorite is Mocha from Puppy Place.
And what do you like about it?
That it includes puppies.
Yeah? You like puppies? Yeah. All right. Do you have a puppy?
I have 2 dogs.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then can you tell me your name?
Giacomo,
Giacomo. And how old are you?
7.
7 years old. Okay. And what book would you like to recommend today?
Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain Bears. Do you have a specific one you like best out of that series? Or just
Yes.
all of them?
I like the Berenstain Bears and the Papa's Day Surprise.
Papa's Day Surprise. And what do you like about the Berenstain Bears? Anything specific, or do you just like all of them?
I just like all of them.
All right. Well, thank you for giving me your recommendation.
So what's your name?
Ella,
And what's your favorite book?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that's a good one. I like the movie. Have you seen the movie? That's a really good one. So what do you like about it?
I like the balloon beds.
Yeah. When did you last read that book?
I think it was like March 7th.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that one.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joco Library Uncovered to come.
So I don't know about you, but I had a blast talking to all those kids.
Absolutely. You know, I got to say, when you think about as adults, just how hard it is to talk about what we've read or what we've seen and remember the names of characters and all of that, let alone give like a cogent description of whatever a program or story was. I mean, these kids did great.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there were a couple of them that were a little bit nervous to be on mic, but I think they all did a great job.
Yeah, and to be honest, there were some that just couldn't do it. It's like the microphone turned on and they turned off. But you know, and then there were a few that just didn't really remember details about the book, other than that they loved it.
That is true. But I wanted to thank all of those volunteers again,
Yes,
all those
thank you.
kids.
Yeah.
I hope some of you tuned in to hear this episode, and maybe some of you will want to grow up and work for the library too and be able to keep recommending books to everybody out there.
Speaking of recommending books to everybody out there, let's talk about our next episode.
Yeah, so next episode is going to be another collection deep dive. This time Greg and his crew are going to be discussing the genre fun, weird, wild, and wonderful science.
I can't wait. And I got to tell you, I'm so excited because I was doing some research to write some of the introductory facts.
Research?
Yeah, that's what we do here at the Joco Library Uncovered podcast. So for the introduction, you know, I wanted some really good, fun, weird, wonderful science facts. And so I found so many of them, like, did you know that an orca is actually just a dolphin? It just has a better paint job. Poor dolphins are running around in just primer. And then half of the Earth's oxygen comes from the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many really great science facts, and it's going to be so great to hear what kind of books that the library has to offer that have all those wonderful science facts. Fits in perfectly with summer reading.
That's true.
I know you don't agree, but I'm going to stick by that position.
Yep. So tune in next episode to hear them talk about all of those good book recommendations. If you enjoyed today's topics, you might be interested in these recommendations from our collection. First, a Charles Choice, and I am recommending today Last Stop on Market Street by Matt de la Peña. Next, a Dave's Double Feature.
Okay, so for the Dave's Double Feature, what you're going to want to do is go to our e-library, go to Streaming Video, and there you will find Kanopy Kids. I'm recommending that you pick any two for your double feature. That's my recommendation. Kanopy Kids is a curated collection of children's programming, including favorites from PBS Kids, animated storybooks, inspirational tales, and education videos from around the world. Mic drop.
And before we leave, we're always interested in hearing what you have to say, so it's time for a short segment we call
What Ya Thinkin'?
This episode, we took to the stacks to get your thoughts, and here's what you had to say.
Hi, my name is Cindy, and my favorite book is The Little House.
Hi, my name is Patty, and my favorite children's book is Wilfred Gordon MacDonald Partridge, and it's by Mem Fox and Julia Vivas. Look at the illustrations by Mem Fox, though, please.
My name's Joshua Adkins, and I suggest Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson.
Hi, I'm Helen. My favorite books from when I was a kid that I still talk about are The King, the Mice, and His Cheese, because it's this epically great story about a king whose castle is invaded with mice. And so he brings in cats to get rid of the mice, but then his castle is overrun with cats, so he brings in dogs, then tigers, then lions, eventually bringing in elephants, at which point he has to bring the mice back to chase away the elephants. And it's such a great story. And my other favorite from when I was a kid was The Diggingest Dog. You might remember it. It was like a little... He was obsessed with digging, and then the cover, he had a flower pot on his head. Best story ever. I still love it. And my favorite chapter book from when I was a child was Summer Pony. It was about a girl who got to rent a pony for the summer, and when they went to get it, it was like its hooves were grown up and it was very neglected, and it lived in their garage. And my mean daddy would never get me a horse, and I could not understand why we couldn't keep it in the garage, and his explanation never made sense to me.
Hi, I'm Lisa. My favorite books when I was a kid were the Laura Ingalls Wilder books, Little House on the Prairie.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and I recommend The Westingame.
Hi, this is Dave, and my favorite summer reading book is Where the Wild Things Are.
My name is Daniela. Yes, I would say one of my favorite kids' books actually is a Hatchet series.
Okay.
I love that series because it really teaches you about survival, and it's really exciting because it's like, you know, this boy who has to figure out how to live, and you know, you have to think of all the different elements of how you're going to get food and how you're going to get shelter and deal with the different elements, and it's really engaging. When I was a school teacher, I would use it with my students, but when I was homeschooling my son, we read the book and then we went camping, and it was so cool to see. He was like, "Oh, I think that we can use that berry," and
make all the connections.
It was really a cool book to, you know, that you can learn a lot of skills for your own life. So, and it's an exciting story. And there's, I think, there were 4 books in the series.
Okay.
So I definitely recommend that.
Hello, my name is Greg Windsor, and my favorite book as a child was The Wolves of Willoughby Chase by Joan Aiken.
Hi, I'm Wendy Gish, and my favorite childhood book was Sylvester and the Magic Pebble by William Steig.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Perkins, and my favorite book from childhood was the classic golden book, The Pokey Little Puppy.
Joco Library Uncovered. Joco Library Uncovered is a production of Johnson County Library and is recorded at the Central Resource Library in Overland Park, Kansas. We would love to read your thoughtful emails at uncovered@jocolibrary.org. Join our online conversation at facebook.com/Joco Library. Look for us on Twitter at Joco Library. Our website is jocolibrary.org. Subscribe to Joco Library Uncovered through your favorite podcatcher or go to jocolibrary.podbean.com. Thanks for listening, and come back in 2 weeks for more Joco Library Uncovered.